Super Bowl with a broken collarbone and gained more than 100 yards. And suddenly, as if in a cockeyed dream, there was Ken Houston restraining Garrison at the 1-yard line and throwing him back to preserve a victory that had been celebrated.
The thing about me is I played football, but I never became a football player. I wanted to be a teacher. You know, I had gotten a degree, and I wanted to go back to East Texas, be a coach, and, you know, I love being up in East Texas. I signed for $14,000, a brand new Dodge Polara, and $6,000, okay? I mean, I was the wealthiest man in the world. My name came in the paper as one of the 25 finalists, and it was a small copy about like that, and my name was in it. I didn't have kids at the time. So I cut that article out of the paper and I said, you know, if I ever have kids, I'm gonna tell them I was mentioned to be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. The hall was for somebody else, okay? And that year I made it. And the same, it will always be marked, the day that I got inducted, it was the same day the Challenger exploded, back in 1986. And so I'm forever entwined with that. I know so many other people deserve it, but the number one thing is I'm a people, okay? That's all I am. And this has been a gift for me. That's it.
Who's ahead of Ickey Woods? I mean, that's crazy to me.
Ickey's own celebration of all time, the Ickey Shuffle.
In 1988, the hapless Bengals caught fire.
And a handoff goes to Ickey, running wide to the right, touchdown!
As a rookie, our number 9 selection led the team in rushing yards and touchdowns, then helped Cincinnati reach Super Bowl 23.
Handoff to Ickey, right side, touchdown! Bengals have won the AFC Championship.
Onto the national stage.
Big hole, 45 to midfield.
And I think for a team like Cincinnati, who's in the Midwest, I think he gave us a little bit of Hollywood on our offense.
This is SportsCenter.
Fired up his defense 2 plays later.
Craig from the gun. Timing pattern. Ryan Blades loses the ball. Eric Thomas goes in with the tying touchdown.
Leroy Kelly was born May 20, 1942 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He attended Morgan State University from 1960 through 1963. Under the guidance of legendary coach Earl Banks, he played running back, defensive back, punter, return punts, and kickoffs. He still holds the record for the longest scoring run, 95 yards in Morgan State history. While with the Bears, Kelly led the team in rushing, scoring, and punting. He helped lead Morgan State to a 1962 CIAA championship and was selected as a Pittsburgh Courier All-American. He was drafted in the 8th round of the 1964 NFL Draft by the Cleveland Browns. He played 10 seasons with the Browns, and during his NFL career, the 6', 202-pound running back rushed for 7,274 yards and 74 touchdowns. Kelly led the NFL in rushing for 2 consecutive seasons and in rushing touchdowns for 3 consecutive seasons. He also caught 190 passes for 13 touchdowns. He finished his career with 90 touchdowns and 12,330 combined net yards. He was named All-Pro 5 times and chosen for 6 Pro Bowls. He was also selected to the NFL's 1960s All-Decade Team. Kelly became a member of the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame in 2010 and was voted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1994. Leroy Kelly, Black College Football Hall of Fame class of 2014.
Known as the league's last straight-on kicker, Mark Mosley still remains the only kicker to win the Associated Press's NFL Most Valuable Player Award. A native of Livingston, Texas, Mosley attended both Texas A&M and Stephen F. Austin State. During the 1970 draft, he was chosen in the 14th round by the Philadelphia Eagles. He later played for the Houston Oilers before being signed by the Washington Redskins in 1974. During his time with the Redskins, Mosley became an All-Pro, and in 1982, he became the NFL's MVP, the first time that a kicker had received the honor. He remains the franchise's all-time leading scorer with 1,207 points. Before retiring from football in 1987, he was successful on 300 out of 457 attempts, successful on 482 out of 512 extra points attempts, and scored a total of 1,382 points. Today, Mosley stays busy as the director of franchising for Five Guys and also holds summer youth kicking camps. And during the NFL season, he co-hosts Redskins Wrap and the Redskins Reports.
Brown splits wide right. Tim McGee wide left. Here's Brooks again. Oh, 29. Brooks. Eric Ball in the back. Field with Brooks. It's Brooks. He's got